AD plays 25 minutes, 8 points on 3 of 8, 4 blocks. LeBron leads the way, of course, with 33 points on 14 of 21. LeBron was 12 for 13 from 2-point field goal shots. Malik Monk, 22.6 of 12, 5 rebounds. James Harden led the way for the Brooklyn Nets. Lakers are now 24 and 24 on the season. Let's hear from Frank Vogel. He speaks with Mike in the media.
Frank, I want to ask you first about those back-to-back steals from LeBron. Did you switch up some of the coverages in the fourth to be more aggressive with Harden after playing a more traditional? And do you think that led to that in part just with LeBron's,
Yeah, we did. He was this far away from having 3 of them, too. Yeah, we didn't want to double James the whole game. It puts a lot of pressure on us to really run around. He made it difficult with the way he was scoring the ball early. But yes, late in the game, we wanted to take the ball out of his hands, and when we do that, Bron is great as a free safety, looking for steal opportunities, and he missed the one that led to the James Johnson 3, but got 2 consecutive ones right after that, and obviously tore the rim down the other end. He was really locked in on the defensive side of the ball all day long, starting with shoot around, really getting our guys locked into the coverages, and talking about how we finished the game in Miami. How we didn't come out with the necessary energy to start, but the second half energy was different, physicality was different, and he set a tone for us, starting with the morning shoot-around and that type of focus.
Your thoughts on AD and how that fit into the context of how you want to play moving forward?
Yeah, 24 minutes. We'll probably like to play him a little bit more. Hopefully we can get there. But it's going to be, there's going to be a build-up, and I thought he really changed things for us defensively at the rim with his hands, with his deflections. Obviously, not a big scoring night, but his anchor to our defense is something that's been sorely missed, and the ability to mix pitches with him being, a 5-man and a rim protector, and then going centerless, when he's out, is something that we envision will be really good for us and give us a great opportunity to make a late push in the regular season and into the playoffs.
Frank, there was a possession early in the game, I think, where James gets switched out. Or I'm sorry, AD gets switched on to James, forces a missed jumper. Russ gets the rebound, kind of whips a bounce pass to LeBron. LeBron scores in transition. Was that sort of the vision kind of along of how these 3 guys could interact in terms of a guy who can push the ball, one of the best finishers ever in this defensive Swiss Army knife? And I guess just how encouraging were those moments tonight when you got to see those 3 guys finally together?
Yeah, we haven't seen them enough this year, and that's what everybody has to keep in perspective. There's a variety of plays where all 3 of those guys make plays like that, but the big theme is the defensive versatility that all 3 of those guys have, and if we can get stops and get them out in the open court like you alluded to, we can be really dangerous.
Just in a more general sense, you guys had 20 fast break points in the first half. How much does AD's presence, either the way he runs the floor or the deflections and blocks he causes, affect your pace as a team, and is that the identity you guys are trying to get back to?
Well, it's huge. The only way to put it, we're going to be dynamic in the open court, but if we can't get stops or we can't get rebounds, we struggled to rebound the ball tonight, but if we can't get stops without fouls, which is what Anthony brings to the table. He's the anchor of our defense. We've missed him, and when we're able to do that and get us out on a break, we can be dynamic.
It might have been as soon as the first play because he scored on a dunk to begin the game. But what was the moment where you were like, okay, Anthony looks right, like he looks like he's ready to help us out there?
Yeah, I would say the first play. Obviously, looked in rhythm there. But there were several defensive possessions where he got blocks. That he looked like he was moving well. We were cautious to make sure we didn't keep his runs too long. Like he typically has. We'll build up to that. But I didn't think there was a moment other than a couple finishes around the basket, a short jumper that he missed, that he looked out of sync. You know what I mean? For the most part, he looked really good. And, those little finishes will come.
Game